It do, folks. It's your boy Charles Younger here, coming to you with Maryland Live on the Voice of College Football. Like I said, I am your boy Charles Younger. Feel free to follow me at all my social medias. That's at Charles Younger. That's CharlesNYonga. And we had a good episode, great episode for you folks today. We're going to talk obviously about a little Maryland college football and some of their fantastic moves in the offseason when it comes to recruiting. The transfer portal is hot and bothered. Not hot and bothered. It's just hot because we got some players coming in, got some recruits who signed up for the 2025 season. And we have to talk about next year in 2026 when we have the second rated recruit in all of high school. He said LSU, nah. Alabama, yeah. Michigan, yeah. No, no. I'm coming to the DMV. I'm coming to the University of Maryland. I'm coming to College Park. And folks, hopefully soon we'll have the OG, Professor G, Mark Gray, join us. I believe he might be having some technical difficulties logging in, but he should be here soon to talk about Maryland college football. So, first things first, Papa, we're going to talk about this year's recruiting class and how we have some fantastic guys who've come in this season, starting with our illustrious four-star quarterback recruit Malik Washington out of Archbishop Spalding in Severn, Maryland. So once again, Coach Loxley and his staff has decided to try to keep all of our local talent here in the state of Maryland. And let's talk about some other guys. Another couple four stars. We have Jalen Gilchrist, uh, 6'4", 295 lineman from Virginia Beach. Messiah Delhome, another four-star recruit athlete from Warwick, Newport News, Virginia. And you have Zamir Smith, listed as athlete, a 5'11", 170-pound four-star recruit out of North Carolina, Ridgely, Maryland. We also have another four-star, Bryce Jenkins from Friendship Collegiate Academy in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. But that's not all. Check it out. Next year, we already have 6 commits for 2026, and leading that class is 5-star. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-star recruit in Zion Elling, a 6'5", 220-pound edge rusher out of St. Francis Academy out of Baltimore, Maryland. 5-star. He's nationally ranked number 2 prospect overall, first in his position, and obviously first in the state. He committed to the University of Maryland on December 7th of last year, and he is going to be the superstar, the I would say, what does this mean for Maryland recruiting? It's like, hey, they were able to get the number 2 overall recruit to commit to Maryland. Like I say, he said, and if you want to talk about some of the schools he turned down, we're gonna bring it up here right quick. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna bring up the list here. And he turned down Auburn, Alabama, Florida State, and Charlotte, which I'm assuming Charlotte had no shot at recruiting him compared against to Auburn, Florida State, Alabama. But we beat out Alabama for an elite recruit. That's what you got to think about that. Think about the importance of that when it comes to say building a program here at the University of Maryland. Like I said, Zion Ellie is Zion Ellie, who is a 5-star recruit out of the city of Baltimore. So, when you have, like I said, Mike Loxley is doing a great job of keeping the local players here. They're not leaving. For a long time, we've had a history of some of the great talents, no matter the sport, not wanting to stay home in the DMV, wanting to go spread their wings and fly. Peacock, you got to be flying on this one. But yeah, so like I say, this is amazing. And also in that same recruiting class of the 6 guys who signed, we have 5 more 3-stars. We have Damon Hall, also of St. Francis Academy in Baltimore. Caden Carter, Lamar County Comprehensive, Barnesville, Georgia. Zahir Cobb, St. Albans School in Washington, D.C. Kamir Bing, another player from St. Francis Academy in Baltimore. And tight end Braden Marco Gonzaga here in Washington, D.C. So if you look at the ratings of these guys, I've been saying this for a while when it comes to recruiting. You might not get all the 5 and 4 star guys to commit to your school. However, if you can get a base of tons of threes, high threes, guys who have overall ratings in the upper to mid 80s, mid to upper 80s, their overall recruiting, they are the ones who are going to build your team, your depth, and sometimes you never know. They could bloom, they can blossom late in life. They could become one of those you call under recruited superstars. Like you think about all the great players who played in lesser known colleges who made it to the NFL. That's what these guys could be. These 3 stars who someone didn't see what they thought they saw, but yet when they finally get the opportunity to play on the field, they showed what they're made of. So congratulations to Coach Loxley. Congratulations to the new athletic director James E. Smith. Congratulations to President Pines, who has helped build and formulate and calculate a culture of winning, a culture of, hey, you don't want to go. You might think the grass is greener somewhere else, but hey, right here at home, the grass is, what the kind of grass, you know the water that that feels that grass. So once again, top recruits deciding to stay in the state of Maryland and play for the flagship school of the state of Maryland. That is the University of Maryland, and those are the Maryland Terrapins. So, like I said, I'd like to give your comments, your questions, concerns here in uh, here in our chat room. Like I said, just feel free to chat. Feel free to show what's going on. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your questions. I want to hear what you have to say about the University of Maryland football team program. So, but I want to go back to talking about Zion Ellie. Like I said, 6'3", 220-pound edge rusher, once again from St. Francis Academy out of Baltimore, and is the second overall prospect coming out of high school. And the fact that what he can do to well, obviously it's not going to affect the team this year because obviously it's not going to be here to 2026, but a team who's, the offense is going to be there. Coach Loxley and Pep Hamilton have a history of coaching fantastic offenses. The question is, can they start building their defense? And as I'm looking at their recruiting list, they have recruited lots of what you call athletes. They don't have a defined position, but they have the right size and right size and the right strength where they can be, you know, defensive backs, safeties, etc. So, like I said, let's go back to our this year's recruiting class. We have recruited it says 6'5", 295 interior offensive lineman Jalen Gilchrist, who's going to help protect our elite 4-star quarterback Malik Washington. We just have an athlete and Messiah Delholm, 6'1", 196, who can possibly play either wide receiver or cornerback. We have Zamir Smith, it says athlete from North Carolina, originally Maryland, 5'11 and a half, 170. Definitely a good slot corner or slot receiver position. Defensive lineman, 4-star, Bryce Jenkins from Friendship Collegiate Academy, who is a defensive lineman at 6'3", 315 pounds, 4-star, 90 overall rating. So that means his kid, who can be a key anchor of that defensive line, because our defense last year, Maryland's defense last year, was shredded. And getting a pass rush, pressure up the middle from a defensive lineman like this, 6'5", 315. Let's talk about where he decided to turn down as signing with Maryland. He was signed he had visited Maryland on June 14th. He visited Tennessee a week later, committed to Maryland on June 6th, and signed with Maryland on December 4th of 2024. And he is now enrolled this winter, January 15th. The kid is going to be a star, an elite star. Freshman class, jersey number 57, prospect ranking number 90, 35th rated defensive lineman coming into the school this year. So let's keep going down with our recruits here. Carlton Smith, linebacker. We have Iverson Howard, running back. We have Dante Recker, defensive line. Sidney Stewart, linebacker. Nasir Taylor, defensive line. And so we have been focusing on improving a defense that has struggled in stopping. You're going to have some kind of defense to stop the offenses in the Big Ten, because the Big Ten is no longer 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They are putting up points, big scoring, big play offenses. So we're going to need some studs in the defensive line, linebacker, and secondary to help prevent offenses from exploiting our weaknesses. And I didn't even talk about our letter of intent signatures in Zahir Mathis, who's an edge rusher from Imhotep Institute of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He is a 4-star recruit, 93 over rating, 6'6", 225 edge rusher. We also have a couple other letters of intent signed, and Justin Devon, wide receiver from Berganther Vocational out of Pikesville. We have Bud Coombs. I love somebody calling him Bud. It's a great name, Bud. He is a running back from DeMatha, right down the street, right down Baltimore Avenue, right down Route 1 from the University of Maryland. A 3-star recruit, 87 overall rating. Jaden Ships, cornerback out of Archbishop Spalding out of Severn, Maryland. A 3-star recruit, 87 overall rating. We have Travaris Daniels II, linebacker out of St. Thomas Aquinas, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're getting a Florida guy to leave Florida and come to Maryland. Think about that. Let that marinate in your head. We have Lamar Williams from Gadsden County, another Florida kid leaving Florida, offensive tackle, 6'6", 270, 3-star recruit coming to Maryland. JT Taggart, Calvert Hall College out of Towson. So we got another local kid, another Maryland kid staying home, 3-star recruit. Emory Hills, Milford Mills Academy out of Gwinnett, Maryland. Once again, interior offensive lineman, 6'5", 310, 3-star. Another kid staying home in Maryland. Delmar White, a defensive lineman, 6'1", 285, 3-star out of Archbishop Spalding. And Ben Byer, offensive tackle, Lakeland, Florida. Another Florida kid, 3-star recruit coming to the University of Maryland. So, like I said, once again, we have proven the fact that if we can get enough 3 to 4s, the 5s will come. It's that line from Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. Build it with the 3s and 4s, and the 5s will come. Think about that. Write that down. Take a picture. I don't know, but remember that. Build it with the 3s and 4s, and the 5s will come. But after that, let's talk about more of Maryland's quarterback battle right after this.
You can make a difference here at the Voice of College Football. Use the Amazon link. Financially contribute to the Voice of College Football without spending a penny. Same shopping experience. It's easy. Go to any video on any channel. Go to the description section and grab the link right next to the capital letters that say Amazon. Use that link, and Amazon will instantaneously convert to your account, settings, history, everything intact, just like whatever link you use right now. No difference. Pay no attention to the product that you see right there. Just go search what you want. Don't forget the Amazon link. Thank you for your support. Sincerely, the Voice of College Football.
And that was the Voice of College Football. I noticed there was possibly a little issue with the microphone, so I'm going to go back over a few things I just talked about with the Maryland's elite recruit and Zion Ellie, 6'4", 225 in rusher out of St. Francis Academy. So once again, Maryland snacks an elite recruit. But now let's go switch it up to the quarterback battle for the Maryland Terrapins. We do have a quarterback battle with three young men. We have redshirt junior Justin Martin, who transferred from UCLA, where he had where he only attempted 35 passes in his career. We have redshirt freshman Christian Martin, who you not see the field at all in 2024, and we also have four-star recruit, true freshman Malik Washington, whose only action was in the Maryland spring game, 2025 spring game earlier this spring. Now, this is an interesting battle when it comes to quarterback because what is going to happen when you have three very good talents who have not had much time to shine, who are hungry, who want to battle for their position here at quarterback at the University of Maryland. Now, if you think about it, they both these all three of these guys are under the tutelage of head coach Mike Loxley, who while he's at Maryland, excuse me, while he's at all Alabama, coached the likes of Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl champion, Tua Tagovailoa. He also coached his younger brother here in Maryland, Talia, and Matt Jones at Alabama. And the offensive coordinator, Pep Hamilton, coached the likes of Andrew Luck, Kevin Hogan, Alex Smith, Jay Cutler, and Brian Greasy. And along with most recently, he was the quarterback coach for Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers. I almost said San Diego, but I didn't. I'm getting better with that. Not calling them the San Diego Chargers, but they are the LA Chargers. But Pep Hamilton has been I would say an offensive guru when it comes to being able to train, coach, and move and advance the the skill sets of young quarterbacks and to make them become all that they can be. And I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your points of view when it comes to this quarterback spot. Do you think that Malik should just take it out of the gate? Christian also, who's a young guy, redshirt freshman, or maybe go with someone who's maybe not played a lot, but who has seen more in the college game, who's played, not played, but he's seen Big Ten football, even though it still sounds weird calling UCLA the Big Ten. But that's the way that's the way of college football these days. That the Big Ten is having West Coast Pacific former Pac-12, Pac-10, Pac-12 teams, Pacific Coast teams in the Big. But that's that's for another day. Um, yeah. So I think the fact that there's a couple articles I want to reference this article I came across for it's Mike Farrell Sports article is by T.J. Chapman, and he talks about the quarterback situation here for the University of Maryland. They talk about how the fact that lack of experience might be a problem, but also could be a blessing. The fact that you don't have an incumbent, you don't have someone you're sticking your guns to. You don't have someone you have to play, someone you don't have to. Like I was here last year, so I'm going to get the gig no matter what. And that's not going to happen here. That's these guys are said. All three of them are going to be battling for a shot. Like even if you just get that one shot to be able to play the quarterback for the University of Maryland. So let's talk about some of these guys and some of their skill sets when it comes to who can and who can do what. Let's start with let's go. Who should we talk about first? Let's talk about the transfer, the veteran uh, Travis Martin, who, like I said, transferred in from the University of California, Los Angeles. And he was they said 34 passes last year, pass attempts, excuse me. Not much, like I said, not much when it comes to playing experience, but he has, like I said, he's seen some of the best, some of the best of the Big Ten when he's played at the University at UCLA. Because we said we lost Billy Edwards, who transferred to Wisconsin. Who, to be honest with you, it's nothing personal, but it's not. We're not missing much when it comes to Billy Edwards not making the not staying with the University of Maryland. We have more athletic, more talented, more physically athletic, physically talented players who are going to be playing quarterback for the University of Maryland. So let's talk about. Let's go to this. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. Where's she got here? Let's try this. Let's try to look at this video here of Malik Washington making a play.
37 for Washington. Already a touchdown today. Going deep down the sideline. Had plenty of time, and he dropped it in a bucket. For Ryan Manning.
That's a heck of a catch by Manning. And you're right. It was right exactly where it needed to be. That thing dropped right in the bucket. Watch his coverage. 11 on 11. Right there. Right where he has to be. See the defender staring him in the eyes? That's what you have to do.
You hear that? That's what you have to do. That is impressive touch, impressive ability by Malik Washington to drop it, like I say, right in the bucket. It's like the arc, the touch, the throw, and it's gonna be impressive. And we can also look at another play here with Christian Martin to Manning here. So let's take a look to the stage. This one.
A couple of catches today. Little play action for Martin. Deep down the middle and a wide open man. It's Manning again. Touchdown.
That ball was thrown a little bit behind. Manning did a nice job of coming back to get it and then just use his speed. But good protection. Ball was where it should have been out in front of him a little bit more, but not a bad throw. See how he had to wait for it a little bit, come back underneath by his knee. For those of you at home who are wondering where the coverage is, so is the defense.
Clear busted coverage, and Ryan Manning takes advantage. The first score for...
Yes. So Justin Martin also showing that receiver Manning is going to be something nice this year, filling in for we're losing Taj Felton into the NFL draft. We have another stud receiver, by the way, because Maryland seems to be always producing stud receivers every year. No matter who the quarterback is, there's always going to be somebody who can make a play for us and outside. And so the quarterback battle is going to be interesting. I think it's going to be one of those things where it's no. All right. Apparently, we do have a Amber Alert, and Amber Alerts happens live here, Anne Arundel County, Maryland.
Amber Alert license T2,005,657 MD 2016 black Nissan Rogue SUV.
As you heard, there is a Amber Alert, a 2016 black Nissan Rogue SUV, license plate T2005657, Anne Arundel County, Maryland. Amber Alert, missing child abduction. So if you guys are listening, you're watching, and you happen to come across it, if you see something, say something. Hopefully this child will be rescued and recovered and returned to her family. Now, it's kind of hard to talk about football, something as important as football, when you have something like this happen. So, like I said, on a side note, keep an eye on your kids out there, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful. Teach them about, stranger danger. Teach them about, staying away from staying away from strangers. Teach them staying away from cars. Just teach them ways no, that person does not have candy for you. So, moving on, we're going to talk more about some Maryland college football right after this.
You can make a difference here at the Voice of College Football. Use the Amazon link. Financially contribute to the Voice of College Football without spending a penny. Same shopping experience. It's easy. Go to any video on any channel. Go to the description section and grab the link right next to the capital letters that say Amazon. Use that link, and Amazon will instantaneously convert to your account, settings, history, everything intact, just like whatever link you use right now. No difference. Pay no attention to the product that you see right there. Just go search what you want. Don't forget the Amazon link. Thank you for your support. Sincerely, the voice of college football.
And that was our illustrious leader, Mark Rogers. Give him a little shout out. Check out the link. You never know. You can find, help out the channel here at the Voice of College Football. Moving on. This show is going flying by quickly today. Unfortunately, it looks like Mark is not able to join us, but hopefully he might join us a little later here. But next we're going to talk about more on recruiting and the transfer portal. So looking at Maryland's transfer portal, there is quite a bit of what's the word looking for? Quite a bit of talent coming in. Oh, excuse me. This is the wrong page. Forgive me on that one. Let's go with. Let me find the page. I was meant to transfer here. Yeah, this one. This is what we want to talk about here. 2025 transfer portal, and it's updated about last month, but we want to talk a little bit about these guys here who have decided to join the University of Maryland from other colleges. Carlos Monroe Jr., 3-star, who's transferred from Elon to Maryland. Joel Starlings, 3-star, transferred from North Carolina to Maryland. Gavin Edwards, 3-star. Jordan Scott, 3-star. Cam Rice, 3-star. Cedric Smith, 3-star. D. Holmes, 3-star. Jameer Glasker, 4-star. Dorian Fleming, 3-star. Jaleel Farouk, 3-star. Ian Thomas, 3-star. Dante Jordan, 3-star. Rocktrell Perry, 3-star. Caleb Webb, 3-star. The aforementioned Justin Martin, 3-star. And Javin James, 3-star. 16 players coming to Maryland. 2 4-stars and 14 3-stars. You build it with 3, and the 4s will follow. 3s and 4s, and the 5s will soon come. So talk about this. I want to see your comments. I want to see your questions. I want to see what you want to talk about here when it comes to University of Maryland football. But I have to keep talking there. But all this means is we are getting some of the best who feel like they don't have the opportunity to play somewhere else. They want to come to Maryland to find the opportunity. Greatness comes from skill and opportunity can meet. And these kids will find the opportunity to meet in the middle here at College Park and show, like I said, both Coach Mike Loxley and Pep Hamilton on the offensive side, show the world what they got to do, what they have to offer. And lastly, I wanted to talk about a few things here because the transfers is like, why would you want to go and play for a school that you might not get a chance to play? Like, why would you want to be sitting on the bench at Alabama for 3-4 years when you can come to Maryland and probably play immediately? You see that there's a new direction under the new athletic director, James E. Smith. President Terrapins is making a huge effort to revamp the entire sports program across the board. And like I said, you just have to be able to find a way to keep if the big wigs who make the big checks have the patience. Loxley's been here for a little bit. He's slowly but surely built this into a competent program. Now, will he give the opportunity to see it through and take it to the next level? He said himself, Coach Loxley said himself, this is his dream job. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. So he's not going to, take this job and then when some other job comes up, he's going to, oh, bye. Like most colleges, this is where he wants to be. He wants to make Maryland a winner. So, and once again, we will talk about some amazing news for some Maryland alumni coming up right after this.
You can make a difference here at the Voice of College Football. Use the Amazon link. Financially contribute to the Voice of College Football without spending a penny. Same shopping experience. It's easy. Go to any video on any channel. Go to the description section and grab the link right next to the capital letters that say Amazon. Use that link, and Amazon will instantaneously convert to your account, settings, history, everything intact, just like whatever link you use right now. No difference. Pay no attention to the product that you see right there. Just go search what you want. Don't forget the Amazon link. Thank you for your support. Sincerely, the voice of college football.
That's right. Go support the voice of college football. We're just some college football fans trying to make a buck here and there, talking about what we love the most, and that is our school's college football team. And lastly today, elsewhere in Maryland sports, we're going to talk about two guys who the last time Maryland was competent and relevant in college football, these two guys were on the sideline, or one was on the field, one was on the sideline. And that is Vernon Davis and Ralph Friedgen, who are nominated onto the ballot for the College Football Hall of Fame class of 2026. Vernon Davis was a beast here in Maryland. The guy was a physical freak of nature. He was like 6'4", 6'5", 250, ran something like a sub 4.5 40. Bench press. Could bench press a car. Could run. Could jump over the uprights. The guy was a freaking nature. Had a one heck of career as a tight end in the NFL with the San Francisco 49ers. He might be most remembered for that epic rant by then head coach Mike Singletary when he would say, "Can't do it. Can't coach him. Can't win him." But Vernon Davis, after that, realized he is a leader. He is a player. He needs to be more accountable for as what he does. And also Coach Friedgen, who was the head coach the last time the Maryland Terrapins were a competent team. See, there we go. There you see Ralph Friedgen there at the feature image there. Aren't Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl champion Maryland Terrapins. How about the Peach Bowl champions? Talk about that. That is crazy. That's back when the Terps were ACC and Peach Bowl was kind of like if you weren't paying for the national championship, and you were the best team in the ACC, you would play in the Peach Bowl. The Peach Bowl was like, for you young people out there, this is before we had a college playoff. This is back when a bunch of nerds like myself in a newsroom would vote for who would be the national champion they play in a game. But the Terps had that year. I think they had 10 or 11 wins, one loss. Played in the Peach Bowl, won the Peach Bowl. That's it. If you look at here, Ralph Friedgen coached here from 2001 2009. Third all time in wins. Led the Terps to 7 bowl games, including a pair of New Year's Day bowl games, and recorded 7 and the school record. During his tenure, he is probably the second greatest coach behind Bobby Ross in Maryland history. So congratulations, and hopefully when the ballots are cast, both these gentlemen will make it to the Hall of Fame. So once again, this has been the voice of college football. I am your boy Charles Yunga, and we will be back next week with some great Maryland football talk. We're going to be talking about more this recruiting class, who else is going to sign, and we're going to be talking about what do we see with the future of Maryland football under Coach Mike Loxley and the revamped coaching staff. We're going to try to delve more into the quarterback competition between Malik Washington, Christian Martin, and Justin Martin. And we're going to focus more on Zaya Ellie, that freak of nature stud, 5-star recruit who came to the University of Maryland over big SEC schools who are known to get all the best players. So for Maryland Live at the Voice of College Football, I am your host, Charles Yunga. Unfortunately, the OG could not join us today, but he will be back next week. Feel free to follow me, Charles Yunga, that's CharlesNynga, And you can find me on all social media spots at Charles Younger. That says CharlesNYonga. And you can follow Mark Gray, and he is at This Sports Groove. That's TheSportsGroove. That is at TheSportsGroove. The Sports Groove. You can also follow us on MLBBro.com. You can follow me on social media. You can follow us everywhere, every place in cyberspace. So, folks, feel free to leave your comments, your questions, concerns. Follow us here on social media, on the Twitter, and everything else. And once again, this has been the Voice of College Football, Maryland Live at the Voice of College Football. I am Charles Younger. Until next weekend, we will see you later. Thank you.